In this video, I sail into Nassau, and in the first few days, go through a crazy storm where a cat goes right up on the beach.
Oh ho ho!
Good morning, Nassau.
Good morning. I am shipwrecked in the outer harbor. Do you have any tug could give me some assistance?
Oh, dude, what were you thinking? Yeah. He's in big trouble.
It's pretty intense, so stick around to the end of the video to see that. But for now, let's get into Nassau. Let's sail deep into the heart of the Bahamas together. Let's get into the video. In the last video, we were exploring the Berry Islands. When I left Hoffman's Key, I got out on the ocean and realized I had an angle to get to Nassau. Now I've been on this boat for 6 months alone. Over 6 months now. So she's taken quite a beating. In this video, I find myself in the middle of the North Providence Channel in 9,000 feet of water with no engine heading towards Nassau. Not having an engine way off in the middle of nowhere is not a good thing. I think we all can learn a few things in this video.
It's my favorite spot to sit right here. Pretty sure this was a good decision. Got a pretty good angle. It says we'll be there by 6 p.m. and that's the entrance to the container ship terminal at 6 p.m. So usually this thing, it gives you an hour. I hate to say it, but yeah, it'll as you get closer, the time drops. So should be fine. This is good conditions for sailing, though. I mean, no big swell. This is perfect. So I'm very happy. This is a good idea. We need rum, we need beer, we need water. I need to get a pump out. I need to fix my engine. I need to fix that halyard. We need to be somewhere major, populous. I need internet. I gotta upload a video. It all makes sense. I really should be heading north. It's, you know, a week and a half to hurricane season. So, dude, I can escape from Nassau quickly. Nassau, Chub Cay, middle of the bank, Bimini, Florida. You know, yeah, that's like a week. Or I could go north. I want to hop on the Gulf Stream and go to Charleston. That's what I want to do to really escape hurricane season. Anyway, I know what we need to do. The captain's made the decision and we're going to Nassau, and that's the way it is. All right, we're halfway to Nassau, 20 nautical miles left. And we are in almost 9,000 feet of water. Isn't that crazy? That's the deepest water this boat's ever been in. So, I mean, if I dropped a brick, how long would it take to hit the bottom? Crazy. So, just did the dishes. I filled the diesel tank and just trying to figure out, you got to keep yourself busy out here. It's easy just to kind of, it's actually hard to sit and do nothing. You try to keep yourself busy. Like I play my guitar or the mandolin or make videos. I can even go edit right now if I wanted to, but 20 nautical miles isn't that much. That's 4 hours. All right, so it's about noon right now, so it's not bad. We'll get in by sunset and we'll be fine. We'll pull into the cruise ship, the container ship area, and go to Montague Bay, I think, and anchor. A little disappointed I had to use the engine. I don't have, I'm like 10 degrees off the angle that I need, and it's just, the sails are luffing, heading directly to where I need to go. So I have the engine running. I was only doing about 4 knots anyway, 10 degrees off. So with the combination of the sails up and the engine at half, I'm getting above 5 knots, which gets us there very quickly. So it's all right. I checked the oil, filled up diesel, we're good. Just kind of gotta get in there. I don't mind using the engine when I know I'm going into a major port. This is the biggest port in the Bahamas, okay, Nassau. Now there is a gang violence warning, and we're gonna go look and see what that means and if we can see what's going on. I'm gonna go talk to some people and figure out if that's actually a problem here in the Bahamas. So another 2 hours and we'll be like 10 nautical miles away. We'll be able to see it and we'll get in there before dark. All right, we're in a situation. Fuck. So as soon as I put in the Bimini and diesel, it did something weird and the engine was revving up and down, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So I thought I'd bleed it. So I bleeded it, and these little copper rings here that I have lots of, I had to replace one because once you tighten them down, they're copper, they leak. And it started squirting diesel onto the starter, and then the starter like almost caught fire. So now the starter's not working. It's the only one that I have. Fuck me. So I don't know if the starter's blown, but we are making way. There's wind, so we're making 3.5 knots towards our destination. That's a good thing. There are starters in Nassau. Nassau's a big boat place. It's a huge place. We can get a starter there. It's not the end of the world. Certainly not going to be $150 though. It's going to be expensive because it's Nassau. Okay. So priority number one is I fixed the diesel problem. That was a little Permatex and those new washers, and it's sealed up, but the starter's now an issue. So I think I'm gonna have one more quick look at the starter to see what's going on. Whack at it with a hammer. I think what happened is the diesel created a connection between the 12 volts and ground, and or maybe I left the key on. I don't know. So it's not the end of the world. We can get another starter. I should have bought 2 starters. What was I thinking, dude? Okay, so I'm gonna screw around with it a bit more and see if I can get it to work. If not, then we're gonna sail directly. We got the wind. This is great. We got the wind. We can sail right to where we need to be. All right, and drop the hook in safety. It's a brand new starter. I just bought it. Fuck me, man. All right, so the good news is this: we're doing 4.5 knots now. The wind has picked up, and it's totally in the right direction. I've identified a protected anchorage that we can sail directly into an anchor, and it will be protected from all sides, relatively. Okay. Now, this is the thing. In order to pull that starter off, I got to disconnect the electricity, which means that the autopilot won't work. Which means, you know what I mean? I'd have to float around. We'd get in later. I think the best thing to do right now is not to freak out. I checked the fuses. Yes, I checked the fuses, and they're fine. Why didn't the fuse blow? That's why I'm pretty sure it's the starter. So the good news is this: I have the money to get a starter. Like, believe me, I have money stored away just for this purpose. So we'll get a starter. It's just going to be expensive. That's all. I do have 3 other starters. Maybe we can piece them together. I'm pretty sure it's the thing. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna stay calm, and we'll get into this anchorage in another 3 or 4 hours by sunset. We'll sail in, we'll round into the wind, we'll drop the hook, and that's it. So I'm just wondering, all right, Nassau's a pretty big place. I bet you can order parts there. I bet you there's parts there, and I bet you could order parts there. So this is my dilemma. I was gonna go to this Sandy Point place, but I looked at it on the map and I'm like, ugh. There's a place called Junkanoo Beach just off of the main channel. It's pretty protected, but I'm assuming, I wonder what day it is today. Honestly, I don't know what day it is. Saturday, Sunday, it means nothing to me these days. So I should look at my phone, wherever that is, and figure out what day it is, because you got to figure it's a small anchorage. It's about 800 feet across. So if I sail in there and there's a bunch of boats there, I'm kind of screwed, but I could do about face, come out and find somewhere else. We're gonna get there at 5 p.m., which is in 2 hours. So that gives us, it gets dark at 6:47. So that gives us an hour and 47 minutes until sunset. And you get 20 minutes past sunset where you can basically see. Now the wind isn't going the right way for me to get to the Montague Bay, which is like the ultimate anchorage. So Junkanoo, it's the most protected anchorage. I'm assuming that there's going to be a ton of boats in there, a bunch of cats, a bunch of sailboats. So I mean, all we can do is go in. Land ho. This is gonna be interesting, guys, if I can pull this off. So plan is Junkanoo Beach, and if there's no room to anchor, I'm gonna do an about face and come back out and head downwind and on a broad reach into this other bay where there's an anchor symbol. All right, so which means that the second option means that this other beach, it's not really that protected in a northerly. So the prevailing winds have been from the south, so this might be all right. I mean, I could use the dinghy and the dinghy engine to get us in wherever we got to go, or we could go into a marina. All right, so stick around because this is going to be interesting because I'm now in a pickle again. So I just realized something. The last starter that broke, the pincers were working on it. The little thing that moves the thing forward, it was working fine. It's just the motor itself wasn't. Hopefully the motor itself on this one works. I mean, I can switch them and put those two together. That's a possibility, but I'm going to tear everything apart tomorrow. But for now, let's get in to Junkanoo Beach and anchor safely. All right, I was able to fix the starter, and engine's running a bit rough. I think it might be the fuel filter, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna turn it off, that's for certain. So I could turn it off and bleed it and start it again. It would run a little better, but it's running. That's all that matters right now. So anyway, we're 8 nautical miles away. We'll make it in. I want to go to Montague now and anchor in a spot I know is a good spot, or Junkanoo, and we'll be fine. So the good news is the starter does work. Thank God. All right, let's get in and anchor safely here. This is scary. What an eventful day. We're in Nassau. This is it. We're on the, I believe we're on the northeast side of Nassau. Look at all the buildings here. It's a festival over here, I think. You can hear music. I am absolutely dog tired. That took a lot of effort for some reason, even though just when you go upwind, it's not always that fun. It's always good to go downwind, right? You know what I mean? Like, you ever hear people say, you know, fair winds and following seas? Something like that. Anyway, you get the point. It's easier downwind. Going upwind is a pain. So anyway, engine's working great. That was my mistake. There was a bad connection. I'm gonna have an anchor beer and enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the morning. the one cat is officially on the beach. Wow, poor guy, man. Oh, dude, he's gonna damage his keel. I can see his, I'll try to get a shot of it right now, hold on. This is why you shouldn't really be in Nassau in hurricane season. Here, I'll try to get a shot of this guy. Let's see here, let me clean the lens. All right. Yeah, he's on the beach. On the beach. Oh, dude, what were you thinking? Yeah. He's in big trouble. That is crazy, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna monitor 16 and see if he needs help. There's nothing I can do. I gotta worry about myself, right? I'm not worried about him right now. Let's see. Yeah, he's right up on the beach. Fuck me. I mean, why is? Yeah, he's got his light on now. All right, so he knows he's in deep shit. Look how close to the beach. He's literally on the beach. Yeah, see, he's asking for help now on the radio. 09. So he's going to 09. Let's see what he says. Come on, buddy. Yeah, he's asking for a tow. He didn't.
Harbor control is raised.
Good morning, Nassau.
Good morning. I am shipwrecked in the outer harbor. Do you have any tuck? Could give me some assistance? Yes, any rescue, because I'm shipwrecked at the coast in the outer harbor. I'm the Catamaran.
Wow. Poor guy, man. So there's not much I can do for him, right? I mean he's
Nassau.
Wow. So right now his keel is hitting the ground, right? So he's probably taking on water, maybe even yeah, and that's like a $2 billion boat, right? So
Romeo 330.
let's take a look. Yeah, he's in big shit.
Please, I need assistance. I'm shipwrecked. I'm drifting on land in the outer harbor. I am sailing Catamaran Ray in outer harbor behind the docks of the cruising ships.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah, he is done, dude. Imagine having your $2 billion yacht and it's crashing off the beach. I am so glad I'm holding fast. Anyway, guys, I shouldn't be screwing around and doing live streams during a storm like this. I'm gonna actually sit at the helm until this passes. I'm prepared for this, so I'm confident that I'm gonna hold, but this is what it's like out here, guys. You can't screw around. You understand me? If you're not prepared, that guy shouldn't have been there. I was like, what is he doing there? Okay, it was literally, his cat is on the edge of the beach. We got incoming cold front, lightning, thunder, high winds, and this guy is 20 feet from the beach. I don't get it. No wonder. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm gonna be fine. I know that. Wow. So we managed to get him off the ground there. That cat was on the ground. So when things kind of calmed down, I decided to go over and assist Captain Chris, and because he right now doesn't have a windlass. Another example of what can happen if you don't have a windlass. There's a windlass for him that's in customs right now, so he's waiting on it. Yeah, so he basically has to bring his anchor up by winch. So that was the situation. So he couldn't operate. He's a single hander like me. He couldn't operate his vessel and bring the anchor up at the same time. So anyway, we're all safe now. Looks like the storm has passed. However, it is to the north of us, and it could go back to being crazy conditions. So I'm going to set the anchor alarm again, and hopefully we'll make it until the morning.
So eventually things did calm down, and actually spoke with Chris over the next few days, and his boat was fine. His keel wasn't damaged or anything, and I eventually moved into the Narrow. So over the next few videos, we're going to go deep in the heart of Nassau and see if it's dangerous. I mean, the governments have issued a warning here. Let's go in and check it out for ourselves. That's going to be in the next couple videos. Hope you guys really enjoy this content. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope we learned something. It was a rather long video. So that's it for this video. Stick around because we're going to see what Nassau is really like in the next few videos. Hope you enjoyed the content. Oh, and just on another note, if you really like these sort of videos, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. There is a link for my Patreon in the description below. At this point, I'm living off Google AdSense and Patreon. If you guys want to make sure that there's videos like this in the future, we have thousands of nautical miles left. So I'd appreciate any help and support you can give me. The link is in the description below. You can become a part of the sailing community. Feel like you're a part of this community by joining my Patreon down below. Thanks for sticking around to the very end, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Captain Michael signing out.